Hello everyone, welcome to Narayana IAS. I am Akhil Rajratnam. So in today's session, we will be discussing a very important topic from ancient history, that is regarding the Sunga Dynasty. So in today's session, we will be discussing what was the time period of Sunga Dynasty, what led to the rise of Sunga Dynasty, who are the prominent rulers in Sunga Dynasty, some important key points from Sunga Dynasty, and also what led to the decline of Sunga Dynasty. So before moving on to Sunga Dynasty, let me explain you regarding the political situation which was there before Sunga Dynasty. Before Sunga Dynasty, the most important empire which was ruling India, the northern part of India, was the Mauryan Empire. Mauryan Empire was ruling in the northern part of India. So the problem with Mauryan Empire is this Mauryan Empire was highly centralized. It was a very highly centralized empire. So what is the problem if a empire is highly centralized? For example, take the example for let's take Mauryan Empire itself. So if it is highly centralized, everyone has to report to the king itself. Everyone has to report to king. Amatyas. Amatyas were the ministers who were dealing with the high profile things. Amatyas has to report to the king itself. So provincial administration was little weak during this Mauryan Empire. So you can see the expanse of Mauryan Empire from this map. You can see the expanse of Mauryan Empire. It is from here itself, the present day Afghanistan itself, present day Afghanistan region to it was extending almost to the southern part of India. To manage this kind of an empire with just one king, the power concentration of king alone, that will be very difficult. So that is where Mauryan Empire failed. That is where Mauryan Empire failed. And also after Ashoka's death, Ashoka was the most powerful ruler of Mauryan Empire. So Ashoka died in 232 BC. Ashoka died in 232 BC. After that, especially this borders, this northwestern borders became very much porous and it faced invasions from many dynasties invaded that, and the most successful dynasty which invaded was the Bactrian Greeks. The most successful dynasty which invaded was the Bactrian Greeks. Okay, in the Bactrian Greeks, the most important ruler of Bactrian Greeks is Demetrius I. So he invaded this northwestern frontier of the Mauryan Empire in 180 BC. 180 BC, and he established the Indo-Greek Empire here. He established the Indo-Greek Empire here. Okay, so that was one of the reasons which weakened this Mauryan Empire. So one was it was highly centralized. Another one was after Ashoka's death, the borders became very much porous, especially the northwestern frontier. Another important reason is Ashoka's Buddhist policies. Ashoka's Buddhist policy. Buddhist policy is very a good thing only. So what led, how this Buddhist policies led to the decline of Mauryan Empire? It caused discontent. It caused discontent among whom? Especially among the Brahmins. It caused discontent, especially among the Brahmin community. So, how Buddhist policies can cause discontent among the Brahmin community? For example, let's take the Buddhist policies. One is Dhamma. Dhamma. Dhamma had many things which were contradicting with the Vedic traditions. So, that is one reason. Another one is Buddhist Ashoka as well as the Buddhist policies renounced animal sacrifice. Animal sacrifice. They were against animal sacrifice, and this animal sacrifice is one of the major component in Vedic traditions, earlier Vedic tradition as well as the Brahmanism, the concept of Brahmanism. So all this led to the discontent of the Brahmins. Okay, and in 185 BC, 185 BC, Ashoka had a very able commander known as, the Mauryan Empire had an able commander known as Pushyamitra Singha. He himself was a Brahmin. And he was the chief commander of the Mauryan army. He assassinated the last Mauryan ruler. He was Brihadratha and one of the weakest Mauryan ruler also. He was the last Mauryan ruler as well as one of the weakest Mauryan ruler, Brihadratha. So in 185 BC, the Brahmin chief commander of Mauryan Empire, he assassinated the one of the weakest and the last Mauryan ruler, Brihadratha, and he established the Sunga Dynasty. Okay, so this is the political landscape as well as how the Sungas came into power. Okay, now let's understand what the Sunga did and what was the policies of Sunga and the time period of Sunga. So Sunga Empire was established in 185 BC by Pushyamitra Sunga, and the expanse of Sunga Empire, it was only in the North India, eastern parts of India and parts of central India only. You can compare from here itself. See the difference between Sunga as well as Mauryan Empire. This is Mauryan Empire. This is Mauryan Empire before the invasions. Before the invasion, it was in the northwestern part of present India till the southern part, especially above the Keralaputra region. So this was the vast expanse of the Mauryan Empire. And see Sunga. Sunga was only in the some parts of central India, eastern India, as well as some parts of northern India. So this was, so the Mauryan Empire completely collapsed, and Sunga became one of the most successful rulers who was able to that and use the advantage of it. All right. So Sunga Dynasty had two important cities. One is Pataliputra and Vidisha. Pataliputra was the capital of Mauryan Empire. So earlier the Sunga ruled from Pataliputra only. They also made Pataliputra their capital, but later they shifted to Vidisha. So this Pataliputra is the earlier capital of Sunga, and Vidisha is the later capital of Sunga. And the most important ruler in Sunga Empire is Pushyamitra Sunga only. So he created two important policies. One is his military policy as well as his religious policy. Military policy, he successfully was able to resist many invasions, especially the Indo-Greeks. I've already mentioned it, like after the death of Ashoka, the Bactrian Greeks invaded the northwestern frontier, and they established the Indo-Greek Empire there. And in Indo-Greek Empire, one of the most prominent rulers were Menander I, and he was also known as Milinda. He converted to Buddhism, and the conversation between Milinda as well as Nagasena, Buddhist monk Nagasena, they were compiled into a book known as Milinda Pano. Okay, so he was a very popular ruler. So this Pushyamitra Sunga was able to successfully defend the invasions of this Menander or Milinda, and he is also known for his efforts to restore Brahmanical orthodoxy. Ashoka was a Buddhist only. After Kalinga War, Ashoka became a Buddhist only. So later, in the later period, they had many discontent. The Brahmins had discontent over Ashoka's Buddhist policy. I've already mentioned it. Like, so Pushyamitra Sangha was a Brahmin. So he wanted to bring back the Brahmanical orthodoxy and also reviving the Vedic tradition. When a person become a king, one thing which he used to do is do an Ashwamedha Yaga. Ashwamedha Yajna. Ashwamedha Yajna means the king will be releasing a horse. And whichever area the horse is going, that will belong to the king. If anyone want to resist it, they have to fight a war with the king. So that is Ashwamedha Yaga. Okay. All right. So this is something which is very rare. Only very powerful kings will be doing this Ashwamedha Yaga, and Pushyamitra Sangha was one of the rulers who did this. Another thing is, some Buddhist texts accuse him of destroying monasteries. Two important Buddhist texts which accuse him of destroying the monasteries. One is Divya Vadana and another one is Ashoka Vadana. These are the two important Buddhist texts which accused him of destroying the monasteries. But there is another version is also there. He was a little more religious, tolerant person. Why? Because it is said that Ashoka constructed two important stupas. One is Sanchi Stupa and another one is Bharhut Stupa. One is Sanchi Stupa and another one is Bharhut Stupa. So this Pushyamitra Sunga only renovated both the stupas, Bharhut Stupa as well as Sanchi Stupa. He constructed many railings to it, and many important contributions like sculptures, many things were the contribution of Pushyamitra Sunga. So that theory is also there, but still some Buddhist texts accuse him of destroying the monasteries. Okay, all right. Next, another popular king in the Sunga dynasty is the son of Pushyamitra Sunga. He is a son. Agnimitra Sunga is a son of Pushyamitra Sunga. So after Pushyamitra Sunga's reign was over, after he was dead, Agnimitra Sunga reigned. He is also notable for successfully resisting the Yavana rulers. Yavana rulers means again Indo-Greeks only. Indo-Greeks. They were also known as Yavana. They were ruling over the Gandhara region. That's why they are known as Yavana rulers, and also the Vidarbha kingdom. These are the two important successful wars which Agnimitra Sunga did. And also Agnimitra Sunga is also a popular person in the literature. Kalidasa. Kalidasa lived in the Gupta period only. So Kalidasa wrote a play known as Malavika Agnimitra. Malavika Agnimitra. So Malavika Agnimitra is the story of Agnimitra Sunga. Agnimitra Sunga, it's a love story of Agnimitra Sunga as well as Malavika. Okay. So from this story only we are getting many valuable evidence regarding Sunga dynasty, especially during the reign of Agnimitra Sunga. That's also there. Again, he also continued the revival of Brahmanical tradition. He also did an Ashwamedha Yaga. He also constructed many temples. Many things were started during Agnimitra Sunga. Again, after Agnimitra Sunga's death, his son Vasujeshta reigned. Vasujeshta reigned the Sunga dynasty. Okay. All right. Now let's see some key points regarding the Sunga art. Sunga art is considered more indigenous and emphasize the local tradition. Why it is known as indigenous? Because we had a form of art, a very important school of art known as Gandhara art, which was prominent during that period. Gandhara art. Gandhara art was in the northwestern part of the present day India. Northwestern part of the present day India, that is mainly in the this Indo-Greek region. So they had Greek influences there. They had Roman influences there. Many kind of influence was there in this Gandhara art. Okay. Alright, so this Sunga art was completely indigenous only. It didn't have any reference of this Greek or Roman tradition. And also in Sunga art, this yakshas and yakshanis was a very important element. This is actually a folk element which was prevalent during that time. Yaksha is a male natural spirit, yakshani is a female natural spirit, and also this can be found in Bharhut Stupa as well as Sanchi Stupa. Bharhut Stupa as well as Sanchi Stupa. In both stupas, this Yaksha, the images of Yaksha and Yakshini can be seen, and it is believed that that was installed during the period of Gupta Empire only. Another thing is the period saw key advancements in art, education and philosophy. Art, education and philosophy. A notable example is Yoga Sutra. Yoga Sutra was written by Patanjali. Yoga Sutra was written by Patanjali. So Patanjali is known to be the founder of yoga. So he wrote Yoga Sutra, which is highlighting the yoga philosophy. Again, another important book from Patanjali itself, that is Mahabhashya. Mahabhashya is actually the commentary which he has given for Panini's Ashtadhyayi. Panini was known to be the father of Sanskrit grammar. So Panini's famous Sanskrit book Ashtadhyayi. So this is the commentary of Panini's Ashtadhyayi. Again, that was also written by Patanjali only. And another important school which became prominent during this Sunga period is Mathura school of art. I have already mentioned Gandhara school of art. Gandhara school of art was in the northwestern part of India. Mathura school of art, mostly Mathura is in the UP region only. So it is in the central, north as well as central part of India. This Mathura school of art was prevalent. One of the important features is it was indigenous, completely indigenous. It incorporated, even though Buddhism was also there, it incorporated many elements of Hinduism in Mathura school of art. Another important thing is the use of red sandstone, which became very prominent later. So red sandstone was also very much prominent in this Mathura school of art. Okay. Again, coming to the script which Sunga used, that is Sunga script only. Sunga script is actually another variation of the Brahmi script. Brahmi script was prominent during Mauryan period. That was the early Brahmi, and during the later period, it was Kalinga Brahmi. The later period, the Brahmi script which was prominent during the later period was Kalinga Brahmi. Advanced Brahmi is Kalinga Brahmi. Earlier Brahmi is Mauryan Brahmi. So Sunga script was also another variation of Brahmi. It stood in between this. So it served as a bridge between the Mauryan and Kalinga Brahmi script. Okay. Alright, next one, let's see what led to the decline of this Sunga Empire. Again, here also the regional governors became very much powerful. Why the regional governors became powerful? Because of the weak rulers weak rulers or weak successors. The most important rulers in Sunga Empire were, one is Pushyamitra Sunga, another one is Agnimitra Sunga. Only two Sunga were very much prominent. After that, everyone was weak, and the last Sunga ruler was Devabhudi. Last Sunga ruler was Devabhudi. He was the weakest of all the Sunga rulers. Okay, and these regional governors, they became independent, especially the Shatavahanas. Shatavahanas were there in the Deccan region. Shatavahanas in the Deccan region. So they became powerful, they became independent also. And another one is Kanva. Later Kanva became the Kanva dynasty. So this also weakened this Sunga empire. And the another thing is invasion from the west. Already we had Indo-Greek invasion. Even though Pushyamitra Sunga was able to resist that, Agnimitra Sunga was able to resist that, this later Sunga rulers were not able to resist this invasion from the west. Another important powerful nomadic tribe who came from the Central Asian region is Shakas. Shakas were the nomadic tribe from Central Asia. Nomadic tribe who came to the who came from Central Asia. Again, what happened to Buddhism? What happened to the Mauryan religious policy? That happened in the Sunga Empire also. There it was Buddhist orthodoxy. Here it is Brahmanical orthodoxy. So there Buddhist orthodoxy alienated the Brahmanical Brahmins. Here the Buddhist orthodoxy alienated the Brahmanical orthodoxy alienated the Buddhist population. Brahmanical orthodoxy means yagas will be there, yajnas will be there. All these things alienated the Buddhist population. They had a completely different ideology. And in some textbooks, it is said that the Sunga rulers, they prosecuted the Buddhist people also. So that is also there. And all this thing led to the alienation of Buddhist population. And also Sunga Dynasty, the later Sunga period, they faced internal strife, especially during the period of Devabhudi. Devabhudi was the weakest among them. So he was assassinated by his minister Vasudeva Kanva. He was assassinated by his minister Vasudeva Kanva, and he established the Kanva dynasty. So Devabhudi was assassinated by Vasudeva Kanva and he established the Kanva dynasty, and that led to the complete decline of the Sunga Empire. Okay. Alright, so that's it regarding Sunga Empire. Hope you understood what is the time period of Sunga Empire, who were the powerful rulers in Sunga Empire, and what are the important characteristic features, what is their contribution to the field of art, literature, script and all, and what led to the decline of Sunga Empire. So that's it for today. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.